Paramore singer Hayley Williams' highly anticipated solo album, Petals for Armor, is out now. You can check it out on her website, also at all streaming platforms. And she has been on a massive press junket with probably 15 different interviews dropping yesterday alone, where she gave a lot of candid information about what she's been up to the last few years, what she's been going through the last few years, and also some context even on the earlier years of Paramore that I thought was very interesting, her sharing some of her experiences and things like that. Now in a new interview, she has talked about Misery Business, the song that Paramore has, in effect, stopped performing. They've put it on the shelf because of the lyrics that she felt were, in her words, problematic. She uses the word whore in the song, and apparently she doesn't want to perpetuate that word anymore. And so people always wondered, unless this was really about a specific person, why is this such a big deal that she doesn't want to perform this song anymore if it's, like a metaphorical representation of how she felt at the time? But as she points out in this new interview, this song was written about a very specific scenario that played out in her life. Bustle has more on that. The article says the track went on to become Paramore's breakout hit, gaining a huge amount of loyal fans with its relatable tale of jealousy and revenge via a teenage heartthrob. It still remains a fan favorite to this day, although a controversial one, as its lyrics have been criticized for being slut-shaming and anti-feminist. Specifically the line, "Once a whore, you're nothing more, I'm sorry. That will never change." Just a few years after releasing the smash hit, Williams' relationship with Pharoah deteriorated to the point where he and his brother Zach left the band soon after a show at London's Wembley Arena. She says, "Joss asked me what monetarily I thought he was worth." She says, "I looked at him and said, I'm not good with numbers. Are you kidding me? Don't ask me that. He was trying to figure out if he was going to take legal action against us to own the name, but he ended up not." His brother Zach has since returned to the band. The article points out that she's now on better terms with Josh, but again, back in 2018 at a Paramore show, she said that they will not be performing this song. It would be the last time, at least for now. She was quoted as saying at the time, "This is a choice we made because we feel like we should. We feel like it's time to move away from it for a little while." And then she pointed out, "Misery Business is not a set of lyrics that I can relate to as a 26-year-old woman. I haven't related to it for a very long time. Those words were written when I was 17, admittedly from a very narrow-minded perspective," she put on Tumblr at the time when she was 26 several years ago. And so she says that she wrote this song at the point when she wrote Misery Business, it was actually about Josh Pharoah and her feelings for him. She said in the interview, "Misery Business, it turns out, was inspired by an unrequited crush on her former bandmate, Josh Pharoah, back when they were both young teenagers. When I was 13 or 14, I had a crush on Josh. He didn't like me back," she explained in an interview. "He would go hang out with his girlfriend, who I wrote Misery Business about because I was a dick." And they said, at least he's profiting off of her envy because he's actually credited as a songwriter on Misery Business for that. So I want to hear your opinion on this. Do you think that her performing Misery Business equates to, a grand endorsement of going around calling people whores or things like that? Or, do you think it was time to retire this song, even though it's one of Paramore's most popular songs? Ultimately, the choice is hers. She has every right to make her own decisions, and she does so. Do whatever the hell you want, but let me know in the comments what you think about that. That's always important to hear. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking news and updates. I also, as always, want to thank the top Rock Feed members for directly supporting this show. Anyways, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you all very soon.